Hi folks, it's Andy. Welcome to today's Kendo video analysis. If you're new to the series, basically this is where I take videos that I found across YouTube of fantastic examples of Kendo, and we break them down, we go through them bit by bit. I sort of take you on my own journey of Mitori Geiko, as it were, and what I'm gaining from looking at these videos, and I try and share that with you. Leave me a comment down below if you enjoy, if you like it, like, share, subscribe, all that sort of thing. You know what to do by now. Join the Kendo Show Early Access group. That's a great place to post questions for Kendo Rant. That's the other series that I do. I posted that up yesterday. It was a great episode. Go and watch that if you haven't seen it yet. We talked all about how to pass third dan. Talked about loads of different things, overcoming injuries and stuff. Go and check that out. Don't forget to shop at KendoStar. That's my website. It's fantastic, amazing, wonderful Kendo equipment website. It's all equipment that I've designed or curated especially for the international Kendo community. That's obviously what pays for the whole channel, all the activity that I do. Go and shop there, not only to support me, but because it's fantastic. The top rated Kendo shop online. So definitely go and check out KendoStar.com. Right. So the video we're watching today is from SW Kendo. I'm having trouble getting my words out today, so you have to be a bit patient. SW Kendo is one of the best YouTube channels on YouTube. I really love this channel. Go and subscribe to them because the Ippon compilations and stuff that they put up are just fantastic. So definitely go and watch that. And this is, as you can see in the top left corner, it's a compilation of Ippons from Kazuo Furukawa Sensei from Hokkaido, very famous 8th Dan sensei. You might have seen him without his Borguan. He's got a mustache, very distinctive, and known for being a very strong, powerful player. So looking forward to getting stuck into these points. I think most of these are taken from the All Japan 8th Dan Championships. Let's have a look. So he's on the right-hand side of the screen here. Man, wow, fantastic, fantastic. I think we'll get a slow motion replay and then we'll start to break it down. But what I want you to watch is the whole interaction between them both. You see how Furukawa Sensei's right foot started to move first here, okay? He steps in, his opponent shows a strong semi against him. He readjusts his distance, and his opponent actually starts to apply a bit of pressure here, but doesn't get a reaction. And instead, Furukawa Sensei then, you see there's this moment where he sort of puts that on, but nothing happens, so he doesn't have the chance to strike. And at that point, Furukawa Sensei starts to move forward with his right foot here. His opponent tries to go for degote because he's going to try and grab at that chance that he just slightly missed. Okay, he just slightly missed, but unfortunately, Furukawa Sensei is like I say, he's taken the sen, he's taken the initiative, and he's overridden that and made that beautiful men strike. Okay, so basically, to recap, I think this sensei stepped in here, trying to take the initiative, take the sen, hoping that Furukawa Sensei's opponent is going to strike men, which of course he does, but he's hoping he's going to do that a little bit split second before he does. But because there's that pause before he starts coming, the sensei on the left just missed that chance for kote, unfortunately, which has allowed Furukawa Sensei that wonderful opportunity for that men strike. Let's watch it play out again. So he steps in a little bit, but in response, he steps in stronger. Bam, takes men. Wonderful Ippon. Oh, so against Jordan now. Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it? Oh, we get a different angle as well. So this is really interesting because it really does bring in the movement of the Kensen, right? I think this is a slightly better angle to watch it from, actually. But if we watch it here, you see how his Kensen is threatening lots of different areas. It's always moving. He's threatening upwards, downwards, this way, and it's quite confusing for his opponent as to where he's coming. So this is why his hands start moving. And then there's almost like from this low position here, there's an almost break in the rhythm. This men kote, isn't it? Yeah, kote this way. There's that sort of slight pause in the rhythm, and that's where he catches him. That's where he catches him with that kote. If we watch it play out in full speed again, there's very active moving the kensen. Pause there, kote. Yeah. So it's very difficult to predict because you don't know where he's coming from, especially he's coming from a very low position. From his hands are really low, his kensen's really low. It's probably his opponent's thinking from here he's going to come for tsuki, right? Not forgetting that Furukawa Sensei is very famous for doing the tsuki waza. And there's this sort of pause, like I say, in the flow of things. And even when you just put this in slow motion on YouTube, you almost miss that strike, right? You almost miss that strike because he sort of, there's the break in the action and then bam, immediately. And it's very difficult, obviously, for his opponent to catch the rhythm of what's going on. And before he knows it, bam, he's lost kote. Wonderful. Wonderful. So this is again same opponent now. So obviously the opponent's become very tentative, understandably. Now he's just been hit on the kote, right? The opponent here has just been hit on the kote. So I think he's thinking, right, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm not going to drop my hands. I'm going to be very cautious. But because of that, Furukawa Sensei has been able to make a sort of similar start from before. He's kept the kensen quite active here, but because the hands are not moving now, he's kind of standing firm. Yeah, I'm not bringing his hands down. Out of nowhere, very quick katate tsuki. Lightning fast, to be fair. And it sends him right back, right? See how he sends his body weight right back onto his back leg. Okay, and that's from a one-handed tsuki. Just fantastic. I could watch that all day. Wonderful. We'll get a slow motion version as well. But as you can see how he's moving his right foot here to apply the semi. It's his right foot that's coming forward and back, forward and back, forward and back tsuki. Yeah, there's no telegraphing there. It's very difficult to read that, obviously. So next one, I think he's on the right side there. You guess how wonderful. Devana men. Now this is very interesting, okay? This is very interesting, right? Because if we watch that, this comes from him actually stepping back, but it's not stepping back in retreat necessarily. It's almost like he's kind of inviting in a way. You watch his foot, he brings the right foot forward, but as he senses that his opponent is quite hungry to step forward, he actually moves back with the left leg to readjust the distance a little bit. Yeah, which is kind of making this guy a little bit trigger happy. This guy thinks he's got the upper hand here, but if you look at his left leg here, right, he's planted that there now and it's not going to move. It's just going to launch him straight forward for men. So he's already started the men attack now before his opponent has even had a chance to realize that's what's going on. Yeah, so by the time he starts to react, which is now, he's almost halfway through his strike. Men. Yeah. Men this way. He's stepped back, but he's not sort of retreated. He's stepped back in a very calculated, purposeful manner. Again, he's on the right side. Oh, wow. Wonderful. So he made a kote strike, which is what I thought was going to be the Ippon, because it was pretty good, right? This first kote strike. Like that, which he didn't get awarded for. I guess it wasn't super accurate or something. It didn't sound proper hard, but here he's done a very similar motion to last time, yeah? So his opponent this time is getting like, well, I'm not going to rush in for that men. But he starts to move forward in a very similar way to he did just before. This way, lifting up his arms. This looks like he's coming for men. His feet are in the same position as before, but his opponent's not going to give in to him here. But of course, he's going to try and defend that men because he doesn't want to get hit on the men. But actually, he's dropping that shinai down onto the kote. Okay, so it's a great chance for kote. Now, this one wasn't awarded as Ippon. But what you notice is then he uses that opportunity. The fact that his opponent has just been hit and is suddenly sort of unsettled by the fact that he's just been hit. Yeah, you can see quite visibly actually that his opponent, after receiving this strike, becomes very eager to make a strike back. Okay, he's become unsettled because he's just received one on the kote. Even though it wasn't Ippon, it wasn't quite good enough for Yuko Tatsutsu, it has kind of knocked him off kilter a little bit. And he's thought, right, I've got to get, I need to switch back on here. And Furukawa Sensei's used that to his advantage because he's come back after making that first one and immediately put the pressure back on and done the same waza to make that kote successful. Yeah, see how he's rushing in forward using the Ayumi Ashi because he wants to close the distance very quickly. But before he can really settle himself back in Kamae, Furukawa Sensei is back on him again with the strike that looks like it's coming for men. And the chances of him hitting the same waza twice in a row, it's quite slim. So probably that wasn't what he was expecting either. So the hands come back up. Obviously, it's instinctive too, right? When you take into account the whole situation that's playing out. And he drops it back down onto the kote, exactly the same as he did just a moment ago. Brilliant. Sami's on the right, facing the screen. Wow. So this time, okay, he's putting a lot of pressure on coming forward. Yeah, he's putting a lot of pressure on. Just before this as well, if I remember rightly, we'll go back and have a look at in a minute. He really put a lot of pressure on top of his opponent's shinai, like in a kind of osai manner. And this time he's made a big step forward and he's made that same shape. If we took this clip and we put it back to the frame that we had it held on a few minutes ago for that kote that he did, it almost looks exactly the same, right? So it looks like he's coming for kote. And this time the sensei that he's playing against is thinking, yeah, you ain't taking my kote like that. And he's readjusting the distance and he's defending the kote. But actually it was katsugi. Yeah, because immediately he made a follow-up strike to the men. Okay, if we watch it again, just watch from the start. See how he's pressing from above there? After his opponent steps in, he presses from above here. Okay? So if you press from above like that, and you suddenly bring the hands back this way, more often than not, the opponent feels like you're going to hit kote, right? Because you've pressed this way, you've lifted off quickly and brought it this way, looking like you're going to hit kote. And because you've had pressure on top of their shinai, and you quickly release it, their hands sort of come up as well. So they're going to readjust for that, right? That isn't what's happened here exactly, but that's the first setup. It looks like that's what he might be doing. He's sort of planted that seed that he's coming for kote. Yeah, that's what he wants him to think. Yeah, very well planned, well executed katsugi men. Not something you see very often, actually. So he's on the right side now. Yeah. Lots of semi, but readjusting. Very tense. I love this Hachidan Shiai. Oh. That is fast gyakudo. So here, 100% commitment from Isoku Ito no Mai, okay? He's from the Isoku Ito, he's from the men cutting distance, not from too close. Lots of people try to hit gyakudo from Chikama, but this is from the Isoku Ito. And he makes a big, bold step in, raising the shinai in quite a large arc. Of course, that's intimidating for his opponent after that tense battle of semi that they had before that. He expects the men, but it's a 100% committed Gyakudo, okay? Gyakudo. Fantastic. Fantastic. I think we got one more out of this. So he's on the right side here. A strong battle there. Very, very nice. Very interesting. Cut this right. So his opponent there tried to do the kind of makiwaza, twist his shinai like that. So both the shinais are kind of going like this for a second. And Furukawa Sensei takes advantage of that. Okay, because both parties shinai are sort of flailing around for a second. So as they're both like this, he kind of brings it up this way. His opponent isn't in a solid kamae because he's just tried to wrap his shinai like that. Immediately tries to defend himself, but finds himself not really knowing what's going on, because what he tried to do for, you know, his kind of makiwaza, it didn't really work that well. And all of a sudden he's got this reaction that he wasn't expecting from Furukawa Sensei. So that's that kind of, I'd hesitate to say panic at this level, but it's kind of confusion as to what's going on. And that gives him that chance to drop it down onto his kote there for that wonderful koteuchi. Watch it one more time. Yeah, wonderful. You see how his hands as well, before he makes a strike. Okay, he readjusts his distance, brings the shinai up like this. This looks like he's coming for men again, right? It doesn't look like he's coming for kote. Yeah, it looks like he's coming for men. He even raises his hands quite high, like katsugi. Okay, it is katsugi actually, to be fair. So it does look like men, and that's why his opponent is going, oh, I don't want to get hit on the men this way. But it was a trap. Okay. Fantastic. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, that's the end, I think. Let's just check. Yeah, I don't think there's any more. No, that's all of them. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Chair's sinking, don't know why. Right. Fantastic set of Ippon. Quite a short video, I know, but it was really fun to watch, really fun to go through. What a great example of top level 8th Dan Kendo. I really enjoyed watching that. There's a link to the original video in the description down below. Like I say, go and subscribe to SW Kendo. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments down below, and go and shop at KendoStar. Thanks a lot for watching today. I'll see you all next time.